Once your team performance report has generated, the first section you'll come across is the report card. This is kind of like a summary of everything else that's in the report, and it gives you performance grades to give you a quick overview of what you're good at and what you still need to improve on. The topmost section here is the team rating. This is very similar to the player rating that you might already be familiar with, either from the app or from, for example, Pro League. And it's a metric that shows you, as a team, how well you're performing. A 1.0 rating is generally considered to be, good, average. Anything above that is, above average. Anything below that is, worse than average. In our case, we are about average. Something to keep in mind here is that your team rating is a function of the enemies you come up against. So you cannot compare a team rating of our team to a team rating of a team in, diamond rank or in silver 2 rank. They are completely different comparisons. You can only compare a team rating against another team that's in the same general MMR, which in our case is like Plat 2, Plat 1-ish range. The mechanical skill grade here gives us a C. So C, it would be like average, basically. Which we're aware of. Like the 3 players that I added, myself and 2 of my friends, were not really the entry fragger, like hard mechanical skill kind of players. We're more the supporter, the heart breacher, the planter, the flank watcher, stuff like that. So we know that the mechanical skill is something that we can still improve on. This is basically a summary of like headshot percentage, KD ratio, metrics that measure your mechanical skill. The remainder of the report card is broken down into either attack or defense. This is done because the 2 sides play out quite differently, and you can be much better at one than you are at the other. I'd say traditionally, the 3 players that I added for this report, we are generally better at defense. Although this season, we've worked a lot on trying to improve our attack, and I think the grades show that, in fact, we are now at least this season, we performed better on attack than we have on defense. What exactly trades and entry and executes mean, I'll come to when we get to those sections of the report. But for now, really, all that's left to explain is the letter grades, which would be, an A would be really, really good. Going down, a B is well above average, a C is average, a D is, okay-ish, but, something to work on. An E would be really poor performance, and an F would be absolutely terrible. And like that should be your main focus, is not having any Fs, making sure everything is, ideally a D or above, and really C or above. Note that these grades are definitely comparable against any other rank as well. So if you are in silver, it's much more likely that you will have a bunch of D's and C's here. Don't worry, that's nothing to be ashamed of. The whole point of the system is to show you what to improve on, right? So take the lowest grade you have and look into, okay, how can I improve this? So if that's trades, for example, make sure you're playing close enough to a teammate that you can trade them out, and the other way around. Once you get all your grades up to like C's and B's, you'll start noticing you'll enter, the platinum rank or above. The last little section here is the same section that you'll see in every other part of the report, and it's just a reminder of how many matches this data is based on. So in this case, it's 41 matches, which comprised 242 rounds, and it took the system 27.5 seconds to generate the report.